Alright, hello again guys and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will be talking about the first episode of The Mandalorian. This is of course the new show in the Star Wars universe. And before I continue, I want to say that there are not going to be any spoilers in this video, at least not for the general plot and like the most important stuff, so don't worry about that. I'm one of those Star Wars fans that is not like super into the lore and stuff like that, but I like the original show. I don't like the like the new movies with the little Anakin, and I'm not particularly fan of the uh, new movies by Disney. Although I'm one of those types of fans that likes Rogue One the most of all the new movies. I don't like what they did with Luke Skywalker in the latest movie. I don't like Rey, and I'm kind of on the fence with Kylo Ren. But the thing in The Mandalorian that I absolutely love the most of all is that they just like completely removed away from the general story with the Jedi's and the annoying Skywalker family, and they are, from what I see, they're trying to just expand the universe in a more organic, natural way. They're trying to explore new cultures, new races. The Mandalorian is, of course, one of the uh, like the bounty hunters. He's a super cool character, but in this show, for the first time, at least in the official canon, I believe, we can see where he's coming from, some of what his tribe and what his race is all about. I love those things. I really believe that when you don't go into the general direction of the Empire and the Rebels and the Skywalker family and the Force and all of these things, you can explore a lot of other limitless opportunities in the Star Wars universe because there are so many different planets, so many different races, and so many original stories that can be told in that universe. So I really believe that going with the Bounty Hunter was a very good decision, and they pull it off pretty well. I know that uh, hating Disney is kind of like a general thing that happens a lot on YouTube, but I believe this is my own personal opinion. I believe that when we actually have something good, we should call it as it is, and the Mandalorian first episode is really awesome. Okay, you can see the character explores very different like planets, very different. He interacts with different creatures and goes into different locations, and they all did that in only the first episode. And I really believe that if they keep going in that direction by exploring all these different things in the Star Wars universe, is going to be even better in the following episodes. This series is scheduled for 8 episodes on Disney Plus. So you have in the beginning you have the Mandalorian doing like some cool battle scenes. There are a lot of battle scenes, and his general attitude and his charisma comes from the fact that he's something like a more cutthroat, like cold version of Han Solo. Han Solo is, of course, a smuggler, but the bounty hunter is uh, on kind of like the edges of the law as well. Although, from what I remember from Attack of the Clones and my general impressions of the bounty hunters of the Mandalorian race, is that they are allies to the Empire, but we really don't see many of that aspects, at least in the first episode. There is a part that is clearly connected with the the general lore of the Star Wars universe, but I'm not gonna talk about that in details. But yeah, there are a lot of action scenes. There are a couple of like cool jokes that the Mandalorian throws in a couple of situations. There are different planets, a lot of other different races, and a lot of different interactions with other characters that are really interesting. Uh, there is the right amount of humor, the right amount of action scenes, and the right amount of universe exploration that they did in the first episode. That it was just as I like expected, that they are going to go in a completely different direction that is not going to be connected with the general movies that are not very good. Let's be honest here. And the timeline is I haven't read anything on that note, but the timeline seems to be after the Last Jedi. So and that of course means that it's before like the story of the new movies, before what is it called, the First Order with Kylo Ren. I really hope, by the way, that they do something to make Kylo Ren look stronger in the new official movie, because like he just looks bad all the way. Like he just gets slapped around by Rey very often. So I'm not a fan of that at all. I mean, I want to like the new movies, but they're just not that good. Like, and what they did with Luke Skywalker in the last one was just so annoying to watch, and the way that they killed Snoke also. But here, because it's a TV show, uh, there seems to be a lot more space to like explore the stories without having to like jump uh, to the different camps of different groups of characters. And yeah, the race of the Mandalorian, the culture of this particular race and planet, and the way they are forming their armor, their masks, is super interesting to watch, guys. And I really will encourage you to watch this show. It's amazing. And although Disney is kind of like a greedy Western type company, they really did pull it off with this one. I strongly believe. I'm going to probably be playing Jedi. What is it? The Jedi Fallen Order this week, and but I'm also going to be following this show very closely because I think it was awesome. There is another thing that I want to mention, by the way. In the previous movies, there was these like separate battle scenes in which we were able to see how, for example, Jango Fett, when he fought with Obi-Wan in what was it, Attack of the Clones, he used many different like weapons and skills and like different tools. You can see that in the Mandalorian in the first episode right away. It's super good. I mean, if he keeps like going in these different locations and interacts with these different characters, it's gonna be even better in the following episodes. There is a very interesting part in the end also, in which he takes a bounty and he sees the object of the bounty at the end of the first episode, and he has these cool interactions with it, which I'm not gonna spoil. You've probably seen what's going on, but I'm not gonna tell it here. It's really good, and it's going to be very intriguing for me at least to watch how the show is going to develop further on. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I really wholeheartedly recommend you to watch this show. I know there are a couple of other shows that are like starting right now. There is also the Apple shows that were released recently. From that, I can wholeheartedly recommend you to watch C with Jason Momoa. It's I strongly believe that this is the best show of the year. The second best show is Castle Rock Season 2 from the TV series format. And I think that The Mandalorian is for sure in the top three. And the worst show of the year is Batwoman. I'm sorry, it's just the worst. Like, if you like any of that, That's your opinion. It's okay, but I really believe that the Batwoman is the worst show of the year. And The Mandalorian is in top 3, so check it out when you have the chance. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video, in which I'm going to be talking about Tekken 303, the new patch update, and a brief history of the broken things in the Tekken series so far up until Tekken 7. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!